channel. So I just thought I'd pop in here before today's video. I was actually going to do my bathroom renovation in all one video, but it has taken a little bit longer than expected with getting trades in and drying times and stuff like that. So I thought I would break it into two. So I'm going, in this video you're going to see me demoing and ripping out the bath and all of the demo part. And then in the next video that I'll put up, which I'm about to start filming, will be the putting everything back together. So I'm actually just about to start tiling and get that all underway now that, as I said, all the trades have done what they needed to do. Enjoy the demo video, and I'll catch up with you at the end. So today I'm going to start pulling out the spa. So I'm going to take this pant bit out first because all the plumbing, I looked yesterday and all the plumbing and everything's under here. So I'm going to take this bit out and then disconnect before we can pull out. So that's the plan. My camera died, so we're on the phone. So we've pulled it out, had to cut or bash a hole in there to undo the pipes. We've pulled it out. Pop's just gone to get a hacksaw to cut off the drain because we've got to try and fit it out the door. So we got it out and took it outside. I'm not going to show you in the hole because there's some real grossness in there. So I'm going to get in there and clean it up, and then we're going to knock down the surround. So I'll show you when all that's done. Sorry I'm not filming as much of this, but yeah, there's some pretty gross things. Just like that, part one of the bathroom reno done. So now I've just got to, excuse the litter, I've just got to reline these walls down here, take off the rest of these tiles around here, and then do the floor. Bit of plumbing on the floor, and then the new bath can come in. So the bathroom is ginormous now. I mean, looks even bigger than what it did before, which is crazy. Okay, so we're in the bathroom. So this is how it is. This is the blank canvas at the moment. I have to pull out this row of tiles because I want it, excuse the kid litter, I want it to line up with this wall so that I can put the shower there. So time to pull up a row of tiles, and I've got to pull off all the back ones as well. for future reference, when you break up tiles, they bite. Anyway, I almost got it all done. I have to remove this line. So I have a few more to go, but the plumber's going to be here tomorrow. And I'm buggered. Oh yeah, and I also opened up the wall, which is where the shower's going to go. So, done that. But I'm calling it for today. I'm just going to clean up my mess. And then we'll pick up after the plumbing work's done. The thing that I did today is I pulled out the shower screen. So that's all done. How the bathroom's currently looking after the plumber's been and done his stuff. So today I'm just going to patch the wall and take these back panels off and remove the rest of the tiles. So, fun times. So I've pulled up the tiles in the old shower area, and what we discovered was, so where you can see these light patches, that's where I pulled the tiles off yesterday and scraped all of this tile grout off. So we discovered that there was no waterproofing under the old shower. So I'm really glad that I've decided to pull it out. So this is all grout, but it's all that dark brown color because it's sopping wet. So that's the light color that it normally dries. That's on the walls, and as you can see, there's no waterproofing behind that either, and neither on that wall where we popped the tiles off, and that was the wall where the shower head was. So no waterproofing behind there from the old owners. So awesome job. So what I've been doing for the last hour this morning and about an hour and a half, 2 hours last night, is so this is what it's like originally when the tiles come off. So you can see it's got all the lines in it and everything. And if you could actually smell it, it's actually all damp and moldy. So I am scratching it down, scraping it down back to the concrete and going to let it dry out. So as I said, this is the areas that I did last night. So as you can see, the concrete's dried out quite nicely, and that's only been like 6 hours. So yeah, I'm hoping that we can get this concrete to dry out quite nicely before I relay tiles. So a little bit of a delay, but glad we've discovered it and glad I can fix it and make it proper. Oh, and we've got to cut this. This is like a metal, not quite, I think they've got a metal surrounds that they sunk in for the shower, but yeah, they've concreted over it and not waterproofed it or anything. So it's just a metal, it's a bit of metal covered in silicone. So yeah, fun times. So the scraping is a very manual process. It's basically a chisel and a masonry scraper, and I'm just scratching it off. So it takes a while.
Really doing a bad job of shattering these, aren't I?
But are you having fun?
Huh?
Are you having fun?
Does this look like I'm having fun?
You're still doing it.
That's for sure. Hey, Mom.
Go, pull. Pull. Pull it towards you.
Pull it.
Yep. Just keep pulling. Dad did mention to me that the timber was hardwood, which it's a good thing, but not a good thing when you're trying to screw into it and it keeps breaking the head off every single screw. Got a bit snacky, and that biscuit for the win.
enough hole for the shower.
I just did the same size one because it was already on there. Fucking drilling into hardwood. I had to use these, and even then.
Put it on hammer drill?
I don't have hammer drill, I don't think. I don't think I have hammer drill. I don't know, it snapped the heads off 5 screws. And I don't think it's a hammer drill. You have to buy a hammer drill, don't you? You have to be a hammer drill. And I broke 2 drill bits.
Did you?
Yep. But, I don't know, like that top one, that one's sticking out too far and I don't know what I'm going to do with it because I can't get it to go in. I'll try later when I've got more energy.
Cut it off.
It's a screw.
You should cut the screw. There should be a metal cutting bit in there.
Yeah, somebody doesn't. So I've just finished the shower area. I didn't realise that my camera had stopped recording, but now it's flashing at me saying the battery is about to die. it must have stopped after the 30 minutes and I missed catching it to restart it. So I'm just going to finish getting the rest of the tiles off from around the perimeter here and then put the sheeting on and then tape and fill that, so then that can have time to dry and start on doing the floor. So let's see how we go. So it's the next day. I didn't quite get done what I wanted to get done last night, so I'm going to start on that this morning before I can start making noise, because it is a Sunday, so I have to be a little bit considerate of others. So I'm just going to work through this and then I'll show you what I'm doing in the next step. So lining's all done. I'm just going to patch it, tape it now, fill the gaps, probably work on the floor later this afternoon, or maybe that'll be another day, but we'll see how we go with this. Another little snacky break. I think I'm actually going to clean up first, and then I'll get in there and do the taping and plastering. Because I've made a lot of mess. I don't know what of this bathroom renovation, and I didn't record the last few days, but this is where we're at now. This is where the old shower was. So that's all done. And I've got all of this that I've got to take out now and put out the back ready to chuck in the skip. And then this is where the new bath and shower are going. So today we are finally going to start doing the floor in this area and building a new wall that's going to go along here. So I probably won't record much of it because I'm getting some help to do it and I'm not sure if they want to be on camera.